No, to be honest, you see your opponents before,
Right.
and you see them in the ring the same. Yeah.
Anyone can punch
Right.
hard, like, Bivol maybe a little bit more fast, maybe.
The rematch between Arthur Beterbiev and Dmitry Bivol is one of the most anticipated fights in boxing today. Their first bout was an electrifying battle, showcasing Bivol's precision and movement against Beterbiev's relentless power. Now, with both fighters determined to leave no doubts, the stage is set for an even bigger showdown. This time, Dmitry Bivol is coming for Beterbiev with vengeance in his eyes. Let's break down the build-up and analyze what's at stake. Arthur Beterbiev made it clear that Dmitry Bivol's size did not surprise him at all. Many fighters enter the ring expecting something different from what they've seen on tape, but Beterbiev had no such illusions. This highlights his experience and mental toughness. For Beterbiev, every opponent, regardless of their stature, is just another fighter to be conquered. His response also hints at his confidence, indicating that he was fully prepared for what Bivol brought to the table. This mindset is crucial going into the rematch, as it shows that Beterbiev is not intimidated and remains focused purely on execution.
No, I'm not surprised for me, I see him
Right. So kind of right in line.
No.
Nothing overly intimidating about him.
Dmitry Bivol, when asked about facing Beterbiev, had a very straightforward response. What you see outside the ring is the same as what you see inside it. This remark suggests that Bivol does not overhype his opponents. He believes in preparation and execution rather than being overwhelmed by an opponent's aura. In the rematch, this mentality will be key because Bivol will need to maintain the same composure he displayed in the first fight. He knows what to expect and understands Beterbiev's strengths, making him more prepared than ever to counteract the raw power coming his way.
No, to be honest, you see your opponents before,
Right.
and you see them in the ring the same. Yeah.
Bivol admitted that Beterbiev's punches were exactly as hard and heavy as he had anticipated. This is significant because it shows that Bivol wasn't caught off guard by Beterbiev's strength. However, acknowledgement alone is not enough. The challenge now is finding ways to mitigate that power. The rematch will be a test of whether Bivol has adjusted his strategy to absorb less damage and maximize his own effectiveness. Beterbiev's punches are undeniably some of the heaviest in the division, but Bivol's ability to withstand them while executing his own game plan will define the outcome of this fight.
It was exactly how I was expecting, that it will be hard and heavy, and it was heavy.
Arthur Beterbiev acknowledged that anyone can punch hard, but he found Bivol's speed to be a factor. This is a crucial insight because it suggests that Beterbiev respects Bivol's ability to move quickly and create angles. Speed is often the great equalizer in boxing, and if Bivol can maintain his quickness while improving his ability to avoid damage, he could have an even greater advantage in the rematch. Beterbiev's awareness of this factor might lead to adjustments in his training to improve his own speed and timing.
Anyone can punch
Right.
hard, Bivol maybe a little bit more fast, maybe.
Beterbiev's hunger to fight Bivol again is evident. He prepares for every fight with anger, an emotion that fuels his relentless approach in the ring. This mindset is a double-edged sword. It keeps him motivated, but can also lead to mistakes if not controlled. In the rematch, Beterbiev's ability to channel this aggression strategically rather than recklessly will be a determining factor. If he lets emotion take over, Bivol could capitalize on mistakes. If he remains disciplined, his power and relentless pressure could overwhelm Bivol once again.
Are you still got the same hunger? Are you still excited as you was for the first fight?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes, of course. If I have a fight coming up, I'm already always angry and hangry. Everything,
Arthur Beterbiev made it clear that he has no personal relationship with Bivol and has never spoken to him outside of boxing. This lack of personal connection adds to the intensity of the rivalry. Unlike some fights where mutual respect can create a more measured approach, this is purely business for Beterbiev. He sees Bivol as nothing more than an obstacle in his way, which means he will come into the rematch with the same focused, ruthless mindset that has defined his career.
Do you have a good relationship with Dmitry? You ever speak outside boxing with him?
No.
Would you like to?
No.
No?
Beterbiev credits his mother as his biggest inspiration, which gives insight into his motivation. Having a strong emotional foundation outside the ring often translates to mental resilience inside it. Fighters who draw strength from their families often have a deeper purpose driving them. For Beterbiev, knowing that he has his mother's support keeps him grounded and focused. This could be a crucial factor in the rematch, as mental fortitude often makes the difference in close fights.
And maybe your mom says finish boxing. What did she say?
No, she not. She give me this power to do this. If I want to do, she agree with me, but she didn't tell me stop.
Callum Simpson believed that Bivol would win the first fight, and his prediction was correct. His perspective adds credibility to Bivol's skill set and the adjustments he made in the first bout. For Beterbiev, hearing analysts favor his opponent might fuel his determination even further. The rematch will be about proving that his power and aggression can outmatch Bivol's precision. Simpson's opinion highlights the divided views on this rivalry and the intrigue surrounding their second clash.
You have the first fight, and how do you see the rematch going?
I actually had the first fight as Bivol winning, I believe.
Simpson praised Bivol's boxing in the first fight, saying he performed amazingly. However, he also pointed out that Beterbiev could have ended the fight earlier had he made different choices. This suggests that while Bivol won on points, there were moments where Beterbiev had opportunities to finish the fight. This is a key takeaway for the rematch. Will Beterbiev capitalize on those moments this time? If he can make the right adjustments, he might not let Bivol off the hook so easy.
And that was one of the fights where I watched for the entertainment, so I wasn't actually thinking about each exchange and kind of scoring it. So, but just from the fight, I thought Bivol did win. I thought he boxed amazing. Beterbiev probably could have put the foot on the gas a little bit more, a bit earlier as well.
Callum Simpson is confident that Beterbiev will win this rematch. His belief stems from analyzing the previous fight and seeing areas where Beterbiev can make improvements. Simpson acknowledges Bivol's skill, but he firmly stands by Beterbiev's power and ability to adapt. If Beterbiev makes the right adjustments and uses his aggression wisely, he could dominate Bivol this time. Simpson's view aligns with the idea that Beterbiev's experience and strength will be the key factors in this fight.
And obviously coming to the rematch now, I think that Beterbiev will win. I think he'll stop Bivol late, which I thought the first time, to be fair, but...
Simpson further elaborates that if Beterbiev improves even slightly, he can win the rematch late. This statement highlights Beterbiev's endurance and power, which could become overwhelming in the later rounds. If Bivol fails to neutralize Beterbiev's attacks early on, he may find himself unable to handle the onslaught as the fight progresses. Beterbiev's team will likely focus on conditioning and strategic pressure to make this prediction a reality.
He's got the most to work on, most to improve on, and could be putting a better performance the second time out. So I believe Beterbiev will win by late stoppage the next fight.
Callum Smith, as a fighter, understands the emotional toll of losing. He points out that no boxer likes to lose, especially when a championship is on the line. For Bivol, losing in the first fight was a tough experience, but it has also made him more determined than ever. The desire to correct past mistakes is a strong motivator, and Smith's insight suggests that Bivol will come into this fight mentally sharper and more aggressive in pursuit of victory.
Look, it's tough to take. No one likes losing, especially when you believe you're going to be the best in the world.
Smith acknowledges that both fighters are incredibly talented, and the first fight could have been scored as a draw. This sentiment highlights the razor-thin margin between them. The rematch will be determined by the slightest adjustments. If Beterbiev refines his technique and stays disciplined, he could edge out Bivol. On the other hand, Bivol will have to capitalize on his precision and defensive abilities to make sure he doesn't leave the outcome in doubt.
What do you think is going to happen on February 22nd?
They're both very, very good fighters. I think that showed in the first fight. It was very, very hard to split them. I think I've seen a lot favour Beterbiev, a lot favour Bivol. A draw, probably a fair result, but...
Callum Smith believes that Beterbiev's last fight was the toughest of his career. This raises an important question. Has Beterbiev taken too much damage over time? He is older than Bivol and has been through wars in the ring. Smith notes that Bivol is younger and fresher, which could give him the edge. If Bivol uses his stamina and movement effectively, he might be able to exploit any signs of wear on Beterbiev.
I would just think second time round, they obviously both know each other well. I just don't know if the timing keeps going on. It favours Bivol a little bit more. He's younger, he's fresher, and Beterbiev, we keep saying it, but he can't keep going on, and that last fight was the toughest fight of his career. It'd be interesting to see how much that has took out of him, and is he finally going to look his age? I don't know. I think it's going to be another really close fight and tough to pick them, but if I had to side with one, I'd side with Bivol this time.
Dmitry Bivol publicly thanked Turki Al-Sheikh for making the rematch possible. This shows how much this fight means to him. He sees it as a second chance to prove himself, and his words make it clear that he is fully committed. Bivol understands that this is more than just another title fight. It's about legacy and redemption. His mindset going into the rematch is stronger than ever.
I want to say thank you to Turki Al-Sheikh for making this fight happen again. And this is good chance for me. And I know people like first fight and they want to see second fight, and also I want to make second fight and I want to be winner of this fight.
Bivol's statement about wanting revenge shows a significant shift in his mentality. In the first fight, he was focused on winning the belts. Now his goal is personal. He wants to correct the mistakes of the past and prove that he is the superior fighter. A fighter driven by revenge is often more dangerous, as they fight with a heightened sense of purpose. Beterbiev should expect a more aggressive, determined Bivol this time.
Today I want not only just belts, I want revenge. I wanna fix what I did before. I wanna win, not just belts. It's not only about belts now.
To beat Beterbiev, Bivol knows he must change and improve. He acknowledges that he has work to do, and his training camp will be focused on making those necessary adjustments. This shows his self-awareness as a fighter. He isn't overconfident, but rather determined to be a better version of himself. If he executes his improvements correctly, he could completely shift the dynamic of the rematch.
I need to change enough to prove that I'm better, and I need to add more actions.
Bivol has made it clear that he doesn't take losing lightly. His focus is entirely on proving himself, which is a sign of a champion's mindset. The first fight may have been close, but in Bivol's eyes, it wasn't enough. He wants to leave no doubts this time. If he carries this energy into the ring, Beterbiev will have a serious challenge ahead of him.
I want revenge. I want to be winner. I want to win him. But I mean that I lost, and I don't like it. I want to win. I want to prove myself that I could win him. I have to be better in all positions. Everything I have to do better. I have to be better, Dmitry Bivol, than today or yesterday.
That was the first loss of your career. How different was that, Dmitry? Was that hard to deal with for a little bit?
Not too much. Not too much. Of course, I don't like to hear that former world champion or ex-world champion or I have one loss. I don't like it, but I cannot think too much about it. I just don't have time to think about it and to pity myself about it. I don't like it. I want to move forward. Yeah, it happened. Okay, let's close this door, move forward.
David Benavidez believes that both fighters are elite, but he favors Bivol to win the rematch. Coming from a fighter of his caliber, this prediction holds weight. Benavidez's analysis likely stems from Bivol's ability to adapt and improve, which makes him a dangerous opponent. If Bivol can execute his game plan effectively, he may just prove Benavidez right and hand Beterbiev a crushing defeat.
I thought Bivol won that fight, to be honest with you. It was a close fight. It could have went. Couldn't have went either way. I feel like Bivol won most of the rounds. He controlled most of the rounds, and his combination punching was better.
Do you think he wins the rematch?
I think he does.
Yeah. Is it different, or do you think it's more?
I mean, I don't know, because both those fighters are both high caliber fighters, so they can make adjustments. So I mean, I don't know. I don't know if it's going to be the same fight or not. But if it's the same fight, I feel like Bivol wins.
The rematch between Arthur Beterbiev and Dmitry Bivol is a fight that will define both men's legacies. With Beterbiev aiming to reaffirm his dominance and Bivol seeking redemption, the stakes could not be higher. Both fighters have made adjustments, and their determination is evident. Will Bivol's hunger for revenge lead him to victory, or will Beterbiev's relentless power prove too much to handle? The answer awaits in the ring. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to subscribe to Boxy Hub for more fight analysis, predictions, and all the latest updates in the boxing world.